What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, interestingly enough, this bus is in our bus barn and it's got air brakes. This is our only air brake bus on the fleet. Yes, I have driven it. I'll be honest with you guys, this bus is a turd. It's a 2008 ICCE 300. It's got over 135,000 miles. I honestly cannot believe this bus is over 15 years old now. But for some strange reason, it has this leave regen inhibit switch on label. So I'm not really sure why it's like that. It could be one of many things, or it could be like a hollowed out DPF, so it no longer has a DPF, technically speaking, and therefore doesn't need to regen. Or it could be that the switch is reverse wired, and that down is inhibited, up is not, which would be the opposite of what the switch suggests. But ultimately, I'm not sure. I've talked with the workshop manager. I've talked with my location manager. None of them know what's going on. So that's super weird. But yeah, when I drove this bus, one thing I did notice is that it wouldn't go into one. So right now it's in neutral. Drive. 4, 2, and then... So that should be 1. But the display said it was in 2 when I last drove it. It may have been fixed, I'm not too sure, but the whole thing's kind of floppy. And there's reverse. So watch this. Getting it back into neutral is quite awkward. But it is in neutral now, and it is latched. And it's got absolutely no air in it, as you can tell. Yep, no air. Cruise control on the steering wheel. Show you the mileage. Just over 135,000. So this bus has not been driven all that much this year. I have seen it driven, but just about every time I've also seen it pulled up to the workshop for repairs. So if this still has a DPF, I would imagine that DPF light comes on all the time, since it says to leave the inhibit switch on, which that's one thing you never do when you're driving a diesel, is you never leave the inhibit switch on, because then your DPF doesn't regenerate and that could leave you stranded on the side of the road, all because a switch was left on. Alright, that's just about all I wanted to show you. Take care. This bus, it's out of service right now, so I can't drive it, but I can show it to you guys. I would not be surprised if this bus goes bye-bye, but if it does, I'm going to miss it, because it's got air brakes, and no other buses we have air brakes. They do have air parking brakes on the wheelchair buses, but that's about it. So I'm not sure if an air brake C2 is going to take over if this goes. I did put in a suggestion for one, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's just a suggestion. Alright, take care.